How's it going?
It's not going bad, Rob.
It's not going bad. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
It's been what, 2 weeks?
Two entire weeks, without any interaction.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How have you been?
I've been not bad.
Well, I have been not bad also. Is that a swore? Can't believe you would swore. I've been working on uni work, dissertation and whatnot, microtonal music. Very exciting stuff, also very complicated.
Yeah.
People are not particularly good at answering studies.
What have you found from your studies?
If you set parameters such as answer one of these 4 things, people don't like that. They want to put something else entirely.
They don't like to have bounds set to
Yeah, exactly. What frequently happens is this. This is what really happened is, I'm like, which section of the song do you least enjoy most? So 4 sections, and they'll say, all of it. I didn't like all of it, which is, understandable, but it means I can't use that stat. So
I mean, I guess it's pretty weird stuff you're sending them.
Oh yeah, it's not normal at all.
Yeah.
But
why can't they just answer the question?
No, I appreciate everyone who isn't study. Thank you very much.
Shout out to them.
Shout.
My coursework is alright. There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I've been playing a lot of bass. Can you believe it?
But that has nothing to do with coursework.
No.
Of course.
I finished my mad prog track.
Yeah.
It's now 3 prog tracks.
Mm-hmm.
That is sounding pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, so that's general discussion and new findings.
Is that gonna keep beeping at us?
So, episode 2 of the Progcast.
Yes.
Very exciting days.
Yeah.
These
good responses we've had to the first podcast.
And we'd like to thank everyone for viewing our podcast.
Thank you very much. Despite the fact it was a complete shambles.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We got episode 2 now. That means we need to choose another song for Song of the Week.
Song of the Week.
And wow, there's a lot to choose from.
There are, of course. There is a lot of music.
A lot of prog.
Prog exists in various different forms. We enjoy lots of it. But we did come to a conclusion, didn't we?
We did.
We did. So Song of the Week is I'll Take Another by The Main Squeeze.
I think that's referring to squeezing oranges.
That's what the album art suggests, although
it's in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
The interpretation.
Yeah. Never judge an album by its cover. Yeah. But what are your thoughts on the song?
This song is awesome. It is cool. There's there's tons of solos in this thing. The vocalist is crazy.
Just a fantastic rock vocal thing.
Yeah. And the keyboard solo.
Yeah, a guitar solo.
It just doesn't get much more proggy.
That James Bond section, which we won't talk about. Don't want to get him sued. But that first kind of impact of the song.
Give me one more.
Yeah, so good.
It is awesome.
And then that comes back in at the end.
Yeah, it's well worth the 8 minutes in between.
Yeah, go and check it out. Give them some love.
And we'll link it. Song of the Week number 2.
Yes.
So we have a special guest to join us today.
We do, all the way from the bedroom just there.
Oh my gosh, how is he going to make it?
I don't know.
It's quite the trek.
Especially with public services and transport being the way it is, it's going to be hard
exactly.
for him to get here. But
we need to maintain social distancing as well.
Of course, which is why we've got the sofas. We actually measured these exactly 2 meters apart. Exactly 2 meters apart.
Exactly 2 meters apart.
So yeah, no coronavirus for me, thank you very much.
Yeah.
We've not introduced Ross yet though.
Yeah.
My ass had better not be in this shot again.
So, got a special guest.
Yes, we do. He's coming in. We've already announced him, but he's about to arrive now. He's about to come through this door.
Alright.
That's an interesting sound. This may
So, Ross.
Nice to meet
Peter.
you. You've travelled a long way to get here, haven't you?
Yeah,
How
about
was
5
your-
metres.
How was your travels?
I tripped on the way, it was a nice one.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for getting dressed up, for being on the show. And
Yeah.
I like your necklace.
Got the
Yeah.
Deathly Hallows around your neck.
Yeah.
We've got a quick question for you before we begin.
We do.
Who do you think would win in a fight between 1,000 T-Rexes and 80,000 chickens?
Ooh. I've got to go with the T-Rexes. So
T-Rexes.
the chickens are chickens.
Can we find out? Can we pull this up?
I mean, I can Google it.
How big are
Where's
those
the
chickens?
Hello guys and welcome. We'll be
Okay, let's go and mute this guy.
Hey guys!
Hey guys, copyright infringement.
Alright, yeah, so tons of chickens, tons of T-Rex.
Okay.
Oh, they just got a T-Rex.
Yeah.
No, they've got loads.
Oh wow!
These. You see, the thing is though, there's a lot of chickens, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of beak.
That's a lot of damage. Okay, well, there
It
we
looks
go.
like the chickens won.
Turns out.
Thing is, how come KFC's not out of business from getting rid of those chickens?
Good question.
Well, if they had a union, they'd be.
What have you been up to in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I've been writing songs.
Yes.
I've been working on my book.
Book.
Should we hear a little bit about this novel you're writing?
Basically, they've just been character bios, so I haven't been writing a book. Stupid. They've been doing character bios for a book, so I've got 12, 13 characters at the minute.
Yeah.
So that's
Can
been my
you
last
give
week.
us an example of a character?
So I've got this character called Alfie.
Yeah.
And
Alfred.
yeah. And he's basically how I picture myself, but more confident, like a better version of myself.
I see. So your hidden ego.
Why are you touching the nose? Are you like saying?
I'm scratching. I can't wait to read the novel.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd ask you a few questions about yourself.
All right.
You know, this is called general Ross knowledge. So, you know.
General.
Yeah, just. What is Ross?
What is Ross?
Where'd you come from?
I come from a little town called Wokingham, which is a suburb of Reading, even though it's a town.
It's like one stop away on the train. Isn't
One stop.
it? What do you do?
I'm currently unemployed, but I play guitar most of my time.
Yeah.
That's the PG version I can give, but
I like that.
We don't want to know.
So, what's your influence? What
My-
made you pick up the guitar?
a little guitar player known as Slash. He was my first breakaway guitar. Basically, I stole my dad's iPod while I was on holiday in Sicily, and kind of just went, Guns N' Roses. That sounds edgy for a 13-year-old Ross. So I just went, Welcome to the Jungle. Let's go. And I was like, wow, this is cool. Well, this is cool. That guitarist is really rad.
Yeah.
I think we've got to touch on who's better, AC/DC or Guns N' Roses. I think it has to be brought up.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, they're the same band.
Okay. I'm a big AC/DC fan, and clearly.
I'm a big Guns N' Roses fan. Where do we begin?
Well, AC/DC are better. So we've got a fun fact of the week for us.
Fun fact of the week, alright?
Yeah. Do you want to say it or shall I say it? Let's have a little drum roll. Fun fact of the week.
Really. And this is going to fascinate you.
Okay.
Bees sometimes sting
Other bees. So my question is, could a bee sting another bee without ripping half the body off itself? Because I don't know really what bee skin is like.
My mum's terrified of wasps, so from age 2 I was always saying, Look Mum, it's a bloody wasp!
Right. Should we talk about some musical stuff?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. How do you write music? What's your approach to music? What techniques do you use? And
what scales do you employ?
Alright. So how I approach songwriting, it really depends. Like, sometimes I'll come up with the riff on guitar first. Sometimes I'll have some lyrics or a catchy hook. That's how Madhouse was conceived. Like, just walking home drunk thinking, come on son, you're in the madhouse now. Yeah.
You refer to yourself as son?
No, it's interesting. No, how that came about was there was a guy in the pub who I used to serve a regular called Paul, and he...
shout out to Paul.
So Paul, I served Paul quite a while. Used to like a Foster's. I remember all my regulars drink.
Foster's.
Yeah. Right.
Foster's.
Fill your boots. But he used to come in and he was just there like sitting, having his glass on his forehead and going, "You're in the now."
I see.
And there'll be some instances where that I've put forward to the bands that isn't been done yet, that came about from the drums first, because I used to be a drummer as well as play guitar. Like that's how I started when I was 10, but guitar came about when I was 13.
So you've been a musician for about 7 years.
I'm not 17. Oh wait. Right. Yeah.
So it's fair to say your approach to music is very personal. You take events from your life or just in general experiences, like good old Paul down at that pub.
Yeah.
Paul, a legend.
Yeah.
And you turn that into some kind of musical endeavour.
Yeah, I feel like all the best works are kind of personal to, like, because imagine if I just started writing about something I don't know about, like spaceships or something.
Spaceships.
I don't know. First thing that popped into my head.
It's not good. I mean,
or there's alright. If I just started writing about the Victorian era, I have no experience about that. Don't know really what happened apart from Queen Vic wore a lot of black.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all of it. And
I heard the streets weren't very nice back then.
Not great.
Lots of
you should research the 1600s. It was literally full of crap. Like that was worse.
I would slightly disagree there, because you can definitely write story in a story kind of way. So writing a story about something that happened in the Victorian era or on a spaceship is definitely doable.
Yeah,
but if you're writing from a more personal perspective on events that happened to you, it's a different
Yeah, I think personal, it's more from the heart, so it's going to be more emotional towards you, and that's where you feel like it's better, rather than if I started writing about historical figures and just going, although Horrible Histories did a brilliant job of all that.
They did, yeah.
Born to rule,
because we're Vikings, and that's how we roll.
It is quite interesting this, because you write from very personal experience and it's all very real to you, right? Whether the way I write, for
as
example,
real as fictional can be.
Well, I wouldn't say it's science fictional.
Science fictional.
I wouldn't say it's fictional. I would say it's theoretical. It's like, you know, this could happen. You know.
Yeah.
Hyper.
Yeah,
hyperbole.
I get you, my man.
No, that's not right.
It's hyperbole.
And I just don't write about anything. It just kind of comes out. Like, I've never really sat down and that is not acceptable. Leave. Inappropriate.
It just comes out wrong.
Yeah, I just write and it happens. I don't tend to have like an image in my head.
Rapidly moving on.
Onwards!
Let's talk about gear. Yeah? Everyone likes some gear. And we're talking musical equipment.
Yeah, speaking of, reminds me of my days in the pub.
Yeah? Lots of gear at the pub.
Yeah, lots of gear.
What guitar do you play? What's your favourite guitar?
That would be my Jackson JS22. Yeah, you guys don't like it. That's my Fender Stratocaster. That's my favourite guitar to play.
What's your least favourite guitar?
My least favourite guitar would probably be my Epiphone SG.
Okay.
It's my first guitar, but it's also my most sentimental. I wouldn't give it up for anything, but it's my least favourite to play because I've changed the strings on it since 2019.
And that's an unsolvable issue.
Why don't you come on over there?
So, you have several guitars. You seem to prefer the big meaty sound of a humbucker. Fair enough. What about pedals? What's on your rig?
My rig. So I've got a overtone Boss pedal, That's probably my go-to for whenever solos are. But especially before Rob joined the band, that would be like just to fill the sound. I'd have my overtone, which is basically an octave with a little bit of chorus.
So you've got your octave pedal on there.
Yeah, and then I've got my OCD distortion pedal. It's overdrive mainly. It's great for kind of my kind of bluesy pentatonic stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's I think it's yeah, it's good. It's like it beats my Boss distortion pedal.
Oh, which one? DS1?
Super overdrive.
Is that yellow pedal?
Yeah, yeah.
I know the one.
Is that the one I have?
No, it's in your one.
Okay.
It's like
it's like kind of a crunch pedal almost.
Yeah, it's not
the one you've got. It's a distortion with an overdrive.
Yeah. Like the OCD,
the
OCD kind of like gives me a fatter sound, and crunch I'm not really a big fan of.
What about modulations? Do you use
reverb,
delay?
Yeah, I've got a little 60 quid reverb pedal. I think it's called Tone City. I haven't really looked at the label for a while. I just say it's my little reverb pedal. Stick it on. Yeah. Just gives me like a whole kind of reverb tone, and then my delay is a flashback version 2. And my favourite effect to use on it is Crystal.
Crystal, I know the one. It sounds like Halo. That's a good way to describe it.
Sounds like as in the soundtrack.
Yeah, it makes it sound more like Halo. And no matter what you're playing.
As in Beyonce, like?
No, like the game, you know? It just adds those like kind of spacey
the main
tones.
soundtrack.
I don't know. Yeah, just like that.
Absolutely stunning. Thank you. You're too kind.
Of course.
Right, I think we have one final question for you here.
Oh, is that all?
It is. We're gonna have to. We're trying to keep it short.
No.
So, what's your least favourite band of
all time?
Oh, it's got to be Indecisive.
Turn the cameras off.
No.
Harry Potter is dead.
So Ross, he's got a question.
What is your least favourite band of all time? So Ross, quick question. What's your least favourite band of all time?
You guys are so good.
Shocking.
The
the chemistry is just unreal.
Are you going to do it once more? Or?
We can do it better.
Okay. So Ross, like a quick question for you. What's your least favourite band of all time?
I'm going to have to say 1975. Like, I really can't get into their stuff. It's like...
It's going to upset a lot of people.
That's just destroyed our demographics though.
Can't say I know 1975 at all, pretty much.
Yeah, you do. I just can't think of a single song by them.
I think I've listened to them a few times and I've always kind of stopped listening to them quite quickly.
But I just don't really like them all that much.
Excuse me, guys.
DJ Pete.
DJ.
DJ. Just in, music class. Nice work, my friend.
Are you right there, mate?
Got another question.
Segue.
What is prog to you?
What is prog to me?
What's the meaning of prog?
I can just feel the comment section just going, this guy has no idea what he's talking about.
Why is he on the podcast?
So,
what I really like about prog as a genre as a whole is it's so broad and so vague. So let's wind this up. What's your favourite prog band?
Oh, my favourite prog band has to be Pink Floyd. Yeah.
So your answer is Pink Floyd.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
How about a prog band you don't like so much?
I've come to resent Periphery because Rob plays them so much. No. Prog band with this is like. Does an Albion count? No.
I would hope you don't dislike them. With a guitarist.
Yeah. I guess I have to go with my least favourite is probably Tesseract because I don't really know much of their songs, and I went to go see them once at Download, and I was just smashed out of my mind. I couldn't understand. Trying to headbang in 7/8 while you're smashed out with your...
We don't condone marijuana.
I don't.
It's legal in a few countries.
Thanks for coming on our show.
Give a hand for Ross, the rhythm guitarist of Albion.
Pleasure to be here, lads.
Pleasure is all ours.
See you in the near future. One prog band each.
Just pretty briefly, you know. So, because on the last episode, we didn't bring up enough prog bands. So I thought, let's just keep creating a list.
Okay, yeah, for people to go into. Do you want to start so that I can pretend like I've prepared for this section?
Yeah, okay. I have prepared.
Okay.
I'm going to bring up Yes.
That's very cool.
Yes are awesome. They're like, I reckon, when it comes to prog rock, you know, they're one of the earlier prog rock bands. They're super cool. There's a guy called Chris Squire on the bass, and he's like...
Is he inventor of the Squire?
He's not, no.
That would have been too good. Mr. Anderson.
The song I recommend is called it's called Heart of the Sunrise.
Okay, I've not heard that one.
I think I showed you it once.
Yeah.
But
is it the really long one?
Yeah, it's a pretty long prog song, but it's...
I saw the live version.
Yeah, it is awesome. I recommend go check it out. I'll put a link in the description.
Link in bio. Follow me on Instagram at Rob_Pilkington. Well, for my band, I would say if we're doing kind of a classic prog rock vibe, I'd go for Porcupine Tree. Don't know too much of their stuff, but Arriving Somewhere But Not Here is a fantastic song.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the definition of not necessarily prog in that aspect of prog that we discussed earlier, but more progressive as in the track actually just builds throughout. But yeah, so they're good. Blackest Eyes is another song they've done.
Oh,
really
that's
good.
so cool, that track.
Should we start an a cappella band?
Absolutely. I paid my dues. Time after time.
Oh wait, I misjudged the song completely.
No, it's not Steven Tyler. It's something like that. Porcupine Tree. The guy is called Stephen Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is it one gram? No. Can't see because your camera's in the way.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, I think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I mean, yeah, cool.
The social distancing went to
yeah. Well, you know, what can you do? We live together.
Plot twist, we live together. If you didn't figure that one out.
Yeah. should get Ross back to say goodbye.
Nah.
Take the mental break, the seal. I don't know why, you don't know why. Be the one you're meant to be, but don't be me, no, don't be me. Why don't darling play the game? Take a breath or take a break. See the light begin to fade. A tiny door turn to dawn. Who break down? Who break down? Come down, 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 down to the ground. Throw away the bloody rag. Clean yourself, redeem yourself. You were not the monster that you think you are. Don't think you are. A city